Sts Perpetua and Felicity, remembered 7th of March. Both women lived in Carthage in North Africa in the year 203. Perpetua was a young woman from a good non-Christian family who was either married or widowed with a young son at the age of 22. Against the wishes of her father, Perpetua joined a Christian group preparing for baptism. When her father attempted to dissuade her from following this path, Perpetua pointed to a jug of water and asked if he could truly describe it as anything else other than what it was. He couldn't. In the same way, she said, she was a Christian. In frustration, her father attacked her, and she was arrested shortly afterwards, along with other members of her group. For the birthday celebrations of Emperor Septimus Severus, games were arranged which would include prisoners being executed by wild animals for the entertainment of the crowds. Perpetua had been baptized shortly before her arrest, and was imprisoned with the 4 other members of her group, along with their leader, who went to the magistrate to voluntarily confess his Christian faith when the others were arrested. Felicity, another member of the group of 4, was 8 months pregnant when she was imprisoned, and a slave. Initially they were all abused and mistreated in squalid cells, but after the warden was bribed, either by Perpetua or the deacons visiting them, they were moved to better quarters, and Perpetua's infant son was allowed to stay with her. Perpetua reported seeing visions during this time, including one of herself and her companions climbing a ladder made of deadly weapons up to a garden. This was taken as a sign that they would die a martyr's death. Felicity gave birth in the cell a few days before their scheduled execution, and the child was adopted by members of the church in Carthage. Perpetua and Felicity were put in the ring to be killed by wild bulls on the 7th of March, as entertainment and a warning for the public during the emperor's birthday celebrations. A church was later built over their tombs, and their stories were told and retold in Carthage and the surrounding communities, not least by the prison warden, who later became a Christian himself. However, most of our information comes from the account of her imprisonment that Perpetua wrote shortly before her death. She dealt mostly with her concerns about being separated from her son, the stifling heat and overcrowding, which she wrote was hardest on pregnant Felicity, and the rough handling they received from the guards. Most of all, she reaffirmed her faith and her willingness to live and die in the light of Christ. They felt that they could be nothing other than what they were, Christians. St. Felicity and St. Perpetua are remembered this Friday, the 7th of March.